Good morning and welcome back to the IronMine server. I am here with Nemsun, who's started moving everybody out of the compound. Um, did you guys go and call this the Pound, or is the Pound somewhere else?
The Pound is at the top of the hill.
Ah, the top of the
Thor
hill is the Pound.
Yeah,
Okay,
Thorgals is just the place,
the
and
place.
the Pound is at the top because he's got the harbour and he's got the Pound all
Uh-huh.
within the same area. So I've taken to call it the harbour and the Pound. The Pound I made in his area.
Oh, you built that?
Well, I repurposed it
Repurposed it. Gotcha.
and made sure that it was all sorted and feeding troughs and all that kind of stuff.
Nice. So, what is the purpose of the Pound then?
To drop off unwanted dinos.
Because
So
we've had a lot of
people-
people coming and going recently.
Yeah. And a lot of tames happen that people don't necessarily want or need the dino once they've tamed them. So there's a place for them to drop them off so that other people can then take them on. So it's kind of like a drop-off centre where people can dump unwanted dinos and hopefully they can find a new home with somebody else.
Nice.
One day, maybe, hopefully.
So we're working on getting everybody out the gate
Yep,
and
one little train at a time.
ready to move out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a bunch of little trains connected together to make one big train. I like that idea.
I'm genius, aren't I? Genius. It just makes sense because we were linking them together anyway, and they seem to be getting a little bit longer. So having different parts of the train for different uses as well, so it keeps all of their inventories kind of figured out, so you know what is going where and how and all that. Hopefully, in theory.
Sure. Unfortunately, we can't get the Brontos to carry the rest of their train, so they have to walk themselves.
Yeah. It would be great if they could carry. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, that was kind of part of my plan, is that I was thinking we could have the Brontos carry other dinos, which is
Only
part of the
sometimes
design.
birds.
Yeah, it was part of the design for the truck stop.
Yeah.
Is that
be
you
able
had
to
that
load them up.
platform and a trike or something could walk onto the back, but unfortunately, everybody glitches out.
Yes. They hit another hard surface and fall off the back of the Bronto. That's how we lost the frog. He fell off somewhere between our last camp and this camp. Just got swiped out the back.
Mm,
Where you going?
I'm trying to get Ernie to follow me, but apparently other dinos are getting the signal instead.
Oh, you're messing the train. Have you got a telescope?
Yes.
That's the only way I'd link them together now, even if they're next to me. Only way, just to be sure I'm only whistling one dino. Alright, the second two parts of the train are connected. First part to the second part, you'll figure it out.
So
Third
is
part-
Jasmine supposed to follow Mrs. T?
Yes.
Okay.
That way the direwolf pack that follows Mrs. T are on neutral and can go and fight things. And Jasmine's just following Mrs. T, who is on passive. So you can jump on Mrs. T and you can use Mrs. T to clear the route, or you can let Mrs. T follow you while you're clearing the route by hand. Either way, Mrs. T is going to be the front of the train and not react to hostilities, which is on passive.
Okay.
And that way the train stays nice and straight. But there's a pack of attack dogs behind each Carno. And each Carno should also be on... Well, most of the train should be on passive. But then the Carno packs that follow each Carno should be on neutral to attack anything that attacks the train. That's the theory.
Okay.
and then we can jump on any carno we want at any time we need to go and do some fighting. But as soon as we get off them, they rejoin the train and get back into their position and remain passive until we call on them again.
Okay, I'm gonna move a little bit ahead because it looks like the last Bronto is still gonna be stuck.
The last Bronto is ready to come out. So if you've got the train fully functioning and working, we're ready to move on out.
I got the last two pieces, or the first two pieces linked up. I don't know what you've done with the last.
You've got the third piece linked up onto the second part, and the fourth part is about to come out, so I'll ask you to slow down and stop in a minute so I can link them onto the third.
Okay.
And then we're on. The train is moving on. I'll just do a quick sweep around the base. There is the arges to consider. We've got to land them on something, but generally they stay on crystal.
Okay.
But that's not such an easy task if crystal goes through some solid blocks somewhere.
Right. We might have to have them just follow.
Yeah, they might be easier just having them follow some part of the train. And then they can fly around and be on neutral as well.
Yeah, we shouldn't have the same issue that we had in the Winter Wonderland where we had Argies attacking us.
Shouldn't. No.
So.
We're on the easy coast. I've been up and down this coast quite a few times with a pack of carnos.
Okay.
Right, if you pull up now, I can connect the final part of the train.
Okay. We're moving slowly. We got some rocks to work our way around.
Okay.
But look at where we are. We are actually right back at the beginning. This is day one. Here's the campfires that we set up. Somebody has built a shack. But yeah,
Well,
this is where we started it all, was on this beach. Day one, we ran down the river.
Yeah, the Moor Run.
The Maw Run. So, I'm going to have to figure out how we're going to get everybody across the river.
Go down the river.
We're going to have to go down a ways until it gets to be fairly shallow, and then we can probably cross over from there. I don't want to swim over this huge gap as it is.
Well, either way, you're going to have to slow up and stop a minute because you've gone off ahead now.
Okay.
And I'm now getting the dinos to link up, and they're just trying to run across country to try and catch up with the caravan or the train.
Okay. Yeah, Crystal's way back there. I didn't realize that she was that far back.
Yeah, and I've got to go and walk to get the arges and bring them on as well. So I've still got to connect the arges up yet.
Okay. I could probably grab the RGs while you're linking everybody up.
Well, they're already linked, that's the problem. I'm having to ride this one because you went off. And so they couldn't catch up without going through rocks and trees and all sorts.
Okay.
So I had to break the terrain again to let them catch up carefully.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about all the rocks we were going through. The rest of the train seemed to handle the rocks just fine.
Yeah, but then the angle was straight. The train was running in a straight line. And there we go. The train has reconnected and now is running in a straight line again. Just got to get the arges to them.
All right.
Have you got all of the arges?
Yeah, I've got them following taxi cab,
Okay.
and then I'm riding taxi cab.
Okay, and I'm going to lock up the gate behind us and say goodbye to Thorgals base.
Bye bye.
And run back down the beach. So what do we expect to find down on the east coast?
Hopefully lots of sand.
Hopefully lots of sand on the beach, yeah. Because we're going around the northeast corner of the island, and we're just carrying on, aren't we, really? Because there's nothing much to see. We've done Carno Island, that's the northeast-most point, and we've done a lot there. So now we're working our way down the east coast and disappearing off somewhere. Going to try and find another spot to pitch up camp and build another little temporary base. And see what we can do that way. Looks like there's some more rocks just here as well. I'll clear these rocks out quick. There we go, and apparently I'm starved again after all that running I just did.
Lots of starving.
Lots of starving, lots of dehydration. Right on the coast, dehydrating. That's not right, is it? But speaking of the coast, when we get further down the coast and we find a little place to sit, are we going to start messing around in the water a bit, splashing about?
That was the plan, actually.
Yeah, we're going to have a little splash, get a few water-based dinos, maybe start a water a water base, or at least go and explore some of the caves out there and stuff as we go in.
I can't tell through the telescope or the spyglass whether something is neutral or not.
What have you got? Are you trying to set the birds on neutral?
Yeah. Two of them I've already checked. Oh man, bird knocked me off the ladder.
I know all about being knocked off ladders. Looking good, everybody's set, I think. Just checking the passives and the like. Make sure that we have a nice clean run through without anybody breaking away and messing us up and going all over the place as soon as we get attacked by something like I don't know, a dodo. Rocky, you're on passive, good. The wolves are neutral, yep. Looking sound at the minute. No one's running off and killing everything in sight, which is a good thing. We've learned from that. And the most part of the train that we want to keep straight is passive. The raptor pack is on neutral as well, that's good. They'll defend that section.
So most of the birds are neutral.
Okay, that's fine. Taxicab might be the only one that I'd be concerned with. The other ones can handle themselves.
Yeah, taxicab is definitely on neutral.
Yeah, that's the only one that I'd be concerned with in a fight.
But the other two are currently following taxicab, who is riding on Crystal.
Okay.
So
she should probably be on passive then. I'll go and change taxicab to passive. Then she should. Stay
okay.
She should stay following and riding on Crystal. And the other two can then be the aerial combat and come back to taxicab every time they need to.
That works.
And taxicab. I'm gonna have those ladder issues on it. Yeah.
Oh.
It's alright.
Ladder issues.
I'll figure a way.
I would get taxicab to follow you. We'll get off the ladder. Or
Taxicab currently isn't following anyone.
right. That's what I was thinking would be a problem.
Yeah, don't worry.
So if taxicab gets knocked off, it'll just sit wherever it's at and not go anywhere.
Maybe I should fly taxi cab anyway,
There you go. That's a
and just
great idea.
have all the others just following me, and I can do aerial support while you're leading the train. That'll work. There's also another plan.
So, are you ready to go?
Yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna start moving out again.
go for it. I'm gonna sit my butt on Crystal and just see if I can ride taxi cab while Crystal is moving.
Oh, it's possible.
I
Just
think so. Just
glitchy.
gonna glitch. Yeah, a little glitchy. That's all.
So on my last server, there was a nice bridge here.
All right, they made a bridge.
Yeah.
Well, that's something that no one's achieved on this server yet. Maybe because they didn't have a dino train to worry about. I mean, I was all set for making a train track all the way around the island so that we could just casually walk all the way around, just roads with fences up and stuff defending the roads and bridges where they needed to go and all that.
Wow.
But everybody's claimed so much area and so much beautiful coastline and stuff that we're walking past them through that it was just not going to happen. Impractical.
Yeah, getting a nice infrastructure set up around the map would be pretty cool. I was thinking of having roads running through the jungles.
Yeah, that would work. In the way that this is set up, you could actually have a dino train. If you had enough dinos, you could actually have a dino train that was constantly moving. It would just be constantly on follow of the next one. And the lead dino would be following the tail end. And they'd constantly be moving and keep following each other. And if you've got it set up right, you could actually have a train that carried on all the way around the island. Or all the way around an area at least. So that then you could sort of catch the train and jump off at the right spot wherever you wanted to go.
That's interesting.
I believe it'd be possible. Because as they move nose to tail, you always see that they're following the dino in front. So therefore, the corners and stuff aren't really a problem.
Did we lose Crystal again?
No.
Okay.
Must be out of render distance for you.
Okay.
As far as I can tell, all 4 Brontos are moving as intended and following the trail that the route that you've taken, which is the main thing. They've taken the route that you have taken. They're all crossing in the same spot. They're predictably doing exactly what we intend them to do.
It's just Crystal never seems to do what's predicted. The end of that train always seems to go off on its own.
It depends if you have a sharp turn.
Ah.
If you have a sharp turn, then the end... It's like turning an Arctic lorry, isn't it? If you have a sharp turn, then the back end's not going to follow where the front end is currently at. It's going to swing round a little bit. And so, as long as you take a nice steady curve, then nose to tail, the whole dinosaur train should follow nose to tail on the route that you set forward, following in your footsteps.
That's the plan.
Yep. Now we do have a little bit of a backlog in the water, but now they're working past that.
Did we run into any piranhas?
I don't think so. I think it looks to me like the whole dino train is back on dry land and walking around the coast following your route.
Great.
It's all looking good. Nothing bad so far. But I wouldn't say that that's the worst of the places we're going to go through. That was just the first of many potential dangers that we've crossed. And you chose the right route.
Well, the worst place that we're going to run into up ahead will be the swamp. But I don't see that happening for at least a couple episodes.
Right, okay.
If we keep moving.
Oh, that's the saber. I must have attacked something little. He's catching up now.
Yeah, there was a Dilo and a
Yeah.
compy and...
Slow up. We've got a problem. Slow up.
Okay. What's going on?
They're just they've got stuck on a rock. One of those low-lying rocks. They're just working their way around. Just
Do we need to clear the rocks?
nah, just full stop for a second. We'll be okay. I'm just gonna clear it myself. I'm right here. Just fixing the problem. There we go. Yeah, you're just gonna have to hold up because they've had a delay and now they're trying to get through the rocks that you didn't intend them to go through.
Wow, that I just saw Bronto climbing over a huge rock.
Yep, that's the ones. So now I'm just quickly clearing this little place
Okay.
just so they can get through, okay? And hopefully catch up soon. Come on, Crystal.
Well, that was
You
creepy.
can do it.
I went to check where the sun was, and I had a great big mouthful of teeth right in the middle of my screen.
Mouthful of teeth.
Yeah, from the Dilophosaurus.
Okay.
The little birds.
Those little birds. Oh, you've got them following you directly.
Yeah, I have them following me directly, and I tilted my camera up, and suddenly there was a mouthful of teeth in the middle of the screen.
In your face. Okay. Pull forward steadily. I think everything's okay again now. They all looking nose to tail again. That little rocky outcrop in there, they didn't quite want to zigzag through it.
Yeah, there's another one up here. They're gonna have to either climb over or go around. But I don't think the rocks are as big as they were in that last one.
Mm-hmm. They are still in the way, though. And it only takes one of the dinos to get stuck on a rock, and the rest of them behind then have to stop as well. Yeah, it's just the tail end. Every now and again swings out a little ways.
Wow. Attacked a turtle and sabers decided to get into it.
As soon as the turtle attacked you back, that was it. They weren't having any of that.
I've got a raptor up here.
Oh, the raptor pack went over to Carno Island to stock up on food earlier and killed an alpha raptor level 72. I think.
Wow. That's pretty
Massive
high for
alpha raptor.
an alpha.
Yeah, it was massive. It was maybe 40 or 50, but it was massive. It took ages for them to kill it, and then they walked away virtually without a scratch.
Nice.
Pack tactics, man. They just jumped all over it. Didn't stand a chance. They backed it into a corner. They were knocking it back all over the place.
Yeah, you just keep it busy and mitigate the damage.
Got it attacking because there was 6 of them, and they all hit it one after the other. So it just kept getting knockback, 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 and then the first one of the 6 went back in again for the next attack. So it just kept on cycling through.
Nice.
They are an epic pack for sure. Right, hang on, stop again.
What do we got? What do we got?
We got Jade spazzing out on a very tiny rock. I don't know why she's spazzing out on a tiny rock. It's like the smallest rock imaginable. Jade, really? Why? Why you do this to me? And it's getting dark.
Yep, it's dark, so for me that looks like it's going to be a full episode of moving out.
Well, thank you all very much for watching.
And we'll see you next time. We'll probably be doing some fishing.
Fishing by the East Coast.
All right. See you later.